In the royal world, competition and tension are always present. Princess Catherine has gradually become a symbol of determination and independence. She knows her limits and does not easily let anyone change her decisions. While Meghan is said to be poor in all aspects, she expressed her attitude of giving advice and guidance to Catherine. That seemed like such an insult to Catherine. The conflict was increasing day by day. We're going to reveal to you all the details in this video. Welcome back, we are Kate Middleton and the Queen Channel. So while Catherine has been laying low as she's recuperating from abdominal surgery and facing increasing scrutiny over her condition, there are so many PR sources out there claiming that Meghan Markle has reached out to her through back channels in spite of their tense relationship in the past. But former BBC royal correspondent Jenny Bond told OK Magazine that Catherine would not be likely to welcome any words of wisdom from Meghan, even if a small gift could be appreciated. She explained, "I don't think Catherine would ever consider Meghan, who spent such a very short time in the royal fold, as an appropriate or qualified person to give her advice or support." But I mean, seriously, who out there believes that Catherine, the Princess of Wales, would ever in a million years take advice from Meghan Markle? I mean, Meghan is incredibly unstable. She's unhinged. In fact, she's so unstable that she claims she considered offing herself when she was pregnant with her first child. So what qualifications exactly does Meghan have to be able to advise other people when she's a nobody? I mean, who would even consider taking advice from Meghan Markle? I'm for sure the only person actually is Harry. And for him, it's not really advice. I mean, he has no choice but to do whatever she tells him to. Now, somebody who has such a pathetic record of advising herself and her behavior certainly has no right to even think of advising anybody else. If she gave me advice on anything, I would do exactly the opposite. Furthermore, I'm really not convinced that Charles got Catherine to contact the Montecito morons on his behalf. I just don't think that he would do that. He wouldn't dare cross William, and he wouldn't try to use Catherine like that. Harry and Meghan can no longer be trusted. That much is abundantly clear. Anytime they say something positive, oh, you know they're up to something. There's some kind of sadistic, negative goal hidden behind the hype. So who can blame Catherine for not wanting to trust Meghan Markle? I mean, I wouldn't trust her to water my plants. But even so, we're expected to believe some kind of olive branch has been extended through some kind of back channel. What does that even mean? And now we're expected to believe that it's being considered, the olive branch, I mean. Now, I adore that photo of the two of them together, all dressed up. One guess who is the future queen, and who's probably facing a future waiting tables in Mexico. I mean, let's also remember that the palace had to conduct an internal investigation on the whole matter of Meghan Markle's bullying behavior, which was so specific in detail that Charles decided that he couldn't even have it released. Interestingly enough, the employees took it one step further, and they described examples of positive conduct by Catherine to them to show that they weren't making things up, that they appreciated good behavior when they saw it. Even so, though, there are a few of the two of them together where Meghan is talking and Catherine is looking at her like she just can't wait for her to shut up because she doesn't know what she's even going on about. Now, I think Catherine really put in effort with Meghan, but the real problem for her was the way that Meghan treated the household staff. She treated them like they were her servants, and Catherine was not going to put up with that. Reportedly, both William and Catherine found it incredibly upsetting, and that was a catalyst, among a few other things, that led to William verbally criticizing Meghan to Harry. And as we know, things only went downhill from there. It's another fake story, though, as to why the future queen needs advice from this woman. I mean, come on now, give me a break. Who would believe that? Honestly, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that Meghan cannot give good advice. Not only is she American, I mean, I'm American too, that's no problem. She's a Californian, though. She's a different kettle of fish. What could she possibly know about Northern Europe? She claims she knows something about Spain, but anyway, as for her support, I mean, she's mostly just said horrible things about the Princess of Wales. She cannot be trusted. She has brought so much stress into the Princess of Wales' life. When a dog has bitten your hand, you're not going to go back and try to pet that dog again. So it's funny to me that there are these reports out there claiming that Meghan tried to contact Catherine. I mean, who exactly said that? It can't be the royal family. I'm sure this is coming from Team Sussex, as always. Now, I would guess if the Princess of Wales wants to know more about how to behave on a yacht, well, she'd know who to call. And anyway, Catherine is not going to tell Meghan anything because she knows the only reason Meghan would want any info would be for publicity for herself. Meghan is also not a person that can be trusted around kids. I mean, any comment or gesture would either be on Netflix or Backgrid, or it would be talked about in TV interviews within 5 minutes. And I don't consider myself a royal expert, but even I understand why Catherine would never listen to advice from Meghan. I mean, let's think about who Catherine, the Princess of Wales, is as a person. She's incredibly kind, she's well educated, she is bright, and she's also generous. So why would she listen to advice from somebody who is none of those things? She's doing fine, and if she needs advice, well, she knows who to call. For example, if she needs advice specifically from another royal woman, she could ask Princess Anne, or she could even reach out to the Duchess of Edinburgh. Both of them would make a lot more sense than Meghan Markle. Moreover, supposedly Meghan Markle got a degree in theater and international studies. So Northwestern claims that they don't award dual degrees in those studies, so the best that Meghan could do with a theater degree was be sixth billing on a Canadian cable TV show after a whole decade of playing bit parts. Meghan Markle has never been a teacher, she never did any research, she never pursued a higher degree, and I cannot agree that she is somehow better educated than anyone in the royal family. Now maybe Harry, but that's not saying much. And I would say that Princess Charlotte actually, at 8 years old, has a better understanding of royal protocol and practicing decorum and manners than Meghan does. And even though she went to Northwestern, I would not consider Meghan to be highly educated. Now, her uncle landed her a job as a junior press agent. Her political career didn't work out, though, because she didn't score very high. So she went back to university and she ended up getting a degree in theater. Big whoop-dee. What kind of idiot, though, is going to believe that Catherine reached out to Meghan? I mean, that's just as crazy. There is no chance that Catherine or William will have anything to do with Harry or Meghan. I mean, that latest Instagram launch on the day and at the time of the Diana Award says a lot about how much Harry and Meghan want to resolve these problems. Such a load of BS. The only reason Meghan would send any of her stuff to Catherine would be so that she can add to her sales pitch, oh yeah, used by Royal Highness Catherine, Princess of Wales. She would love that, of course. When we look at Meghan and Catherine, we see many differences and very few similarities. Catherine has a loving family and she has a very close circle of friends that she's had for a long time. Now, these people respect Catherine and they respect her right to recover in private. Meghan, on the other hand, I mean, she will sell anyone out for a penny. So I think it's understandable if Catherine doesn't like her or trust her. Meghan has been awful towards Catherine, so insulting. Catherine has everything Meghan doesn't have: a loving, supportive family, good friends, staff, and access to the best care that she needs. So why on earth would she need or want Meghan in her life? I would guess that Catherine has no reason to trust Meghan after everything that has happened since Harry met her. Even so, we're expected to believe that Meghan has reached out to her through back channels, in spite of their strained relationship. But really, though, what advice could Meghan Markle possibly be qualified to give? How to weasel your way into the life of a prince who may or may not even want you? How to trick this man-child into believing that she's with him for love instead of status and money, which is really what it's all about? And Meghan figured that with her 72 total engagements done, she could be a consultant on the monarchy to the Queen. See, she believed that she knew more than the Queen did. The Queen had 68 years in the job when they quit and ran off to America, but still Meghan knew more because she's just born knowing more. To me, it's just funny to say that Meghan has reached out to Catherine through back channels, despite their strained relationship in the past. I mean, it just sounds painful, right? Catherine has enough health issues as is. She doesn't need to add the stress of Meghan Markle into her life. And until now, there are so many things that people are interested in and can't explain about Harry and Meghan. Now, the jury is still out on this whole mother issue. Archofficial is now supposedly 5 years old, and we never see him going anywhere. I mean, at this point, he should be enrolled in school. The more time that goes by, the more questions are going to be asked about these invisible kids. So, Meghan Markle, in conclusion, is not qualified to give anyone advice on any topic. Recently, there was this information about the unreconciled tension between Meghan and Catherine. Thank you for listening. Please leave your thoughts below in the comments. Don't forget to support us by leaving a like, sharing, and subscribing to Kate Middleton and the Queen channel. Goodbye, and I'll see you again in the next videos.